Good morning, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Forgotten Favorites, the show we're doing each and every day here throughout the month of August 2021, where we're taking a look at some cool rarities and obscurities and lesser-known albums by more known bands and just stuff from my collection that, maybe I haven't listened to in a while, or stuff that I think maybe you guys haven't heard or haven't heard in a while, that sort of thing. Stuff that people just don't normally talk about, and we definitely don't talk about here a lot on the channel. And these selections will cross all the different genres we cover, all forms of metal, progressive rock, hard rock, classic rock, jazz, fusion, and jazz. So anything's up for grabs each and every day today here. We got Talis here with us today. We've got a cool new album, not a cool new album, a cool release from 1983. One of the bands, part of that new wave of British heavy metal thing, right? That started in the very, very late 70s, went into the early mid 80s. I'm talking about the debut album, the self-titled release from Tokyo Blade. Recorded at Wickham Studios, Rooster Studios, Cave Studios in Bristol, UK, 1983. Released originally on Power Station Records. Produced by Kevin Nixon and Andy Allen. All right, so this young band comprised of Alan Marsh on lead vocals, twin guitars, Andy Bolton and John Wiggins, bass guitarist Andy Robbins, and drummer Steve Pierce, with Ray Dismore, who appears on a little bit of guitar here and there. But otherwise, that is the band right there that I just mentioned. We've got, on this particular debut album, we've got 9 tracks in total. 9 tracks in total. The reissue here on Lemon Recordings also contains basically their Madame Guillotine EP, as well as their Midnight Rendezvous EP, as well as the Cave Sessions, right? But that's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the album proper, the Tokyo Blade album. So you can see if I get a better picture of the guys here. So there's the cover. Pretty cool. I remember back in the day, man, my brother was into their first 2-3 albums big time. So, of course, I had plenty of exposure to these guys. Very good band. When you talk about the new wave of British heavy metal, most people tend to center on specific bands like, obviously, Iron Maiden and Saxon and Samson and, early Def Leppard, so on and so forth. Praying Mantis, Tigers of Pantang, the usual suspects, right? Diamond Head, Satan, perhaps. But another band, probably came a couple years after them, was Tokyo Blade, and just as exciting as a lot of those bands. Now, this is a very raw album. This the production is nothing spectacular. It's just, like buzzsaw guitars, high register vocals, lots of metallic, fast-paced anthems you get. Power Game kicks things off. You got guitars. Andy Bolton's guitars are trying to do that Van Halen thing. There's all sorts of whammy bar theatrics and tapping and all that kind of stuff. Very cool, rapid-paced heavy metal song. Then you got Break the Chains, which kind of falls in line, sort of the similar, right? Again, fast and almost thrashy. Very melodic, though. This album is very melodic. Love the vocals. You got to be into that higher upper register thing. Then you get If Heaven Is Hell, more mid-paced. Really good riffing on this track. On Through the Night, nothing related to the Def Leppard track. It finishes off side 1 of the original LP. That's like 7 minutes and change. In fact, most of the tracks on this album fall between like 4 and 7 minutes long. So they're fairly lengthy. On Through the Night, another good, gritty, heavy metal number. Not as fast as the first 2 tracks that you had on side 1. You get 2 speedier tracks and then 2 more mid-paced metal tracks. Over on side 2, you got Killer City. All right, another good fist-pumping anthem. Then you got Liar. A lot of good melodies there, good vocals, good riffing. Then Tonight, which is a Russ Ballard song. Really catchy. Good track, as you would imagine from Russ Ballard, right? Anytime you think of Russ Ballard, you think hits. They do a really good job on this song. Great vocals, good vocal harmonies. And then you got Sunrise in Tokyo, which is, you can't go any more typical new wave of British heavy metal than that song. And just good melodies, good riffing, lots of great solos throughout this album. Again, just because of the style of production, the guitars have this real edge to them. Like I said, buzzsaw riffing before. That's kind of what they sound like. And then you finish off with Blue Ridge Mountains, Virginia, this short little kind of outro thing at the end, which is pretty cool. So yeah, it's a really good album. A lot might argue that their second album even better than this one. I like them both, but I pulled this one out because I haven't heard this one in a while, and this is probably the lesser known of the two. Tala agrees, right? Yes. She's like, Daddy, let me out. I want to go see what's going on downstairs. Mama's training dogs downstairs. I want to go. I want to go. Stop locking me in here. It's funny, when I leave the door open, she doesn't want to leave. As soon as I close the door, she wants to leave. There you go. Go ahead. Goodbye. Dogs, you gotta love them, right? So yeah, there you have it. So let us know, for those of you who have heard this album, let us know what you think of the first Tokyo Blade. If you've never listened to this album, go check it out wherever you listen to your music, and then report back and let us know what you think. Again, if you like that new wave of British heavy metal, that early 80s British metal thing, all those young bands coming out of the woodwork, releasing new, fresh music, this was one of them. They don't get talked about much though when you hear these discussions, and that's kind of a shame because a really good band brought a lot to the table. See, she's back. As soon as I let her out and she sees that there's nothing going on out there, she's like, "Oh, but I'll come back and hang out with you," right? Right? Oh, look at that. See, she even appears on camera today. Look at that. Hi. Oh, Nuka's here too. Wow, we got everybody. Well, not everybody. I'm missing one. She's over there laying. I can see her from here. But anyway, there you have it, everybody. So thanks for watching this episode of Forgotten Favorites. Like I said, we'll be at you tomorrow. We got some cool selections coming up over the next few days. It's running the gamut from prog rock, hard rock, melodic 2000 rock, all sorts of stuff. I got some prog stuff happening. Got some more metal coming up. Going to dip into some jazz and jazz fusion again soon too. So all sorts of things coming up. And I know we haven't covered any extreme metal, so we'll be doing that too before the month is over. So stay tuned for that. But also, more importantly, stay tuned. Coming right up, ranking the albums of the Steve Morse Band. So that is happening right after this. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Please also hit on that notification bell, right, so you get notified each and every time we post some content. I hate to see people say, Pete, I missed this video you did, or when are you going to do a video on this? And I'm like, well, I just did it 3 days ago. It's like if you would click on that notification bell, you would get an email every time we post a video, so you won't miss anything. All right. Also, if you want to make a channel donation, please click on the Ko-Fi link below as well. All of your donations are much appreciated and go towards buying more music and more things to discuss on the show, as well as we've got a link to our merchandise page where we've got all sorts of cool Sea of Tranquility shirts and hoodies and hats and caps and stickers and coffee mugs and all sorts of fun stuff. All the various shows we have on SOT, as well as Comic Book Users, and also the link to Sea of Tranquility, the webzine that is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for Steve Morse Band ranking the albums, and we'll see you then. All right, take care. Bye-bye.